Peace and blessings, collective. So we're on to our next day of morning mindful conversations and chats with Hadidah. If you are new here, this is going to be a series of morning talks that I have with you during my self-care and self-healing journey. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also push the notification bell so you can be updated every single time that I upload a video. Okay, so when I was in the shower this morning, and by now y'all probably realize that all of my epiphanies come in the shower, right? Either they come, no, well, that's not necessarily true. Either they come in the water when I'm in the water or in the kitchen, like when I'm cooking, literally cooking up my ideas or rinsing away whatever was there blocking me to be able to receive something. But anyway, that's another side story for another day. Okay, when I was in the shower this morning, I heard very clearly, we gotta address the big pink elephant in the room. And so naturally, for me, like by now, if you've been watching me, it's always like, ooh, what's that, Most High? I always have this open dialogue and conversation. And straight up what I heard was, we gotta address the concept of consistency during your health and your self and your loving care journey, right? As an entrepreneur, as a woman who's striving to be a mother, a wife, a friend, a helpmate, there is times where consistency becomes very difficult. And as we're approaching the new year, okay, everybody's making their New Year's resolutions. Everybody's going in on what they want to try to gear up before the end of the year. Everybody's energy is towards the new, the new, the new. And in that energy, there is a concept and there is a force when everybody gearing up towards the new year. There is a concept and there is a force that's pushing towards the right now, we got to do it right now. The issue is, though, that when you're on a self-care journey or when you're trying to heal different aspects of yourself, specifically like using yoni steaming and affirmations and meditation and things like that, the real key to unlocking whatever you're trying to manifest in your life is for you to be having, without a shadow of a doubt, consistency every single day. So, previously to this new self-care journey, Hadidah, I used to set goals that were based upon 30-day increments and sometimes even quarterly. And specifically, the quarterly ones came when I was dealing with my staff and dealing with trying to build a business ahead of the season, right? So you ever walk into Walmart and at the end of summer, they have already put out their fall collections, like let's say by July, fall collections are already out, even though technically the fall is not coming until September. Why? Because they want to be ahead of the time when what they have available to you is actually needed. Because with the concept of sales and marketing, you got to be in front of a person a certain number of times in order for, by that last time, that person to have the realization within themselves that what they see is what they need to purchase from you. So it goes to the psychology of purchasing, and that's another story for another day. But my point for bringing that up is they are always planning on these quarterly time frames, if not sometimes 6 to 9 months in advance. And also I noticed, because like working with Walmart as a provider of yoni steams and having my products sold on their platform, it has been a situation where I got a lot of exposure to how they plan ahead, how they work towards what's to come, how they, set their goals. I sit in these 3, 4, 5 hour trainings with these experts in the industry that teaches you about marketing, that teaches you about moving your business forward, that teaches you about how to succeed in life. And I see that everybody is always focused on the future, the future, the future, what's to come, what's to come, what's to come. And that's natural with inside of us, right? But there's also a certain kind of wisdom that makes us look at ourselves and see if the concept of planning what's to come in the future works for you personally. Now, for me, because I am an entrepreneur, naturally, it's always like, okay, Hadidah, let's plan for the quarter, like I said. Let's plan for the month at least, right? And as I look back on how those goals have come to fruition and whether they actually pan out for me or not, and this is complete transparency. Y'all know your girl is don't got no problem with being transparent on here. Sometimes those goals weren't met. And I had to ask myself, why not? Why weren't those goals met in the business? And the reality is that there's something that gets triggered inside of each and every one of us. I don't care who you are. That when you accomplish a small scalable goal, there is a certain amount of joy and oomph that's put behind you, that's given to you like two rocket launchers shoved into you that allows you to go to the next goal or to achieve the next intention. In layman's terms, setting goals that are 30-day increments or quarterly increments or 6-month increments does not always work psychologically for the mind, because what you're telling yourself when you plan that far ahead is that I won't actually have achieved any of my goals or any of my intentions until I reach the 6-month mark. Now, think about it naturally. When you're doing something or when you're signing up for something, do you want to hear that your reward is in 6 months, or do you want to hear that your reward is right now? Most people are looking for instant gratification, or gratification that they can see something moving or something happening close to the time that they started it. So my point of saying this is as I was reflecting on my previous ways of setting goals and achieving things in my business, I realized that a very large factor is to create scalable, smaller goals inside of the larger goal. For example, right now, this is a self-care journey for myself. Trust and believe. I'm going to be coming to y'all for more than 7 days in a row, but I'm doing 7-day increments and planning sessions for myself and for my psychological awareness and my subconscious programming that I am trying to break, because part of self-care, part of recognizing where we're going in life is to be able to see what works for us and what doesn't work for us, of course, and also to be reprogramming those things that are not working for us in the subconscious mind. So since I realized that I was a person that works better when I can see progress being made, as a child, I was always very goal oriented. As a child, I always was, and this is not me boasting, but I always was seeking towards being the top. And not only did I seek towards it, I hit it. So knowing that about myself, knowing that I am a goal oriented and I am a first place oriented person, this allowed me to see that, okay, maybe 30-day increments are not what you need. What you need to do is instead make 4 7-day sessions. Okay, that's going to equal to 28 days. And we all know, or maybe we don't know, but I'm going to tell you if you don't know, is that it takes 21 days to build a habit, right? So I'm trying to reprogram subconscious thinking in my mind, and I'm trying to reprogram those things that have been negative habits in the past as a part of my self-care journey. And therefore, I am creating a new habit of consistency throughout the entire time that I am planning and I am moving forward on my self-care journey. Now, why am I bringing all this up? Like I said already earlier, previously in this talk, naturally everybody is gearing towards the new year. So I want to encourage you that as you're making your New Year resolutions, as you're thinking about what you want to achieve in these coming months, in these coming, well, let's say the coming days, coming weeks, coming months, because we got to do small, scalable action goals, right? And intentions. As we're thinking about what we want to do, consider whether you have had success planning 30 days ahead, 60 days ahead, 90 days ahead, or if you are like me, a person who needs small scalable goals inside of one larger goal that allows you to be able to honor the small wins that you are making during your journey. Now, about small wins, there was a time when I felt like until I reached the very top, I didn't reach anything at all. And I had to have a real conversation with a close friend of mine that she was like, I don't think that you give yourself credit for the small wins enough. And when she said that, I was like, maybe she's right. To be quite honest, as an entrepreneur, and if you're an entrepreneur on this channel, then most likely you have experienced this too. Because we're always focused on the larger picture, the larger goal, where we're trying to be in the future, it's very rare that you probably are taking the time to give yourself the pat on the back, the encouragement, the recognition that you have reached another goal that you were after trying to achieve, right? So, because of this, and because of me realizing and talking to other people in my community and asking them about the way that they feel, and talking to the ambassadors in the brand and speaking to them about their goal setting and their vision that they want to achieve with their businesses, I realized that 9 times out of 10, the general public is a public that does better when they can see progress being made in small scalable goals rather than going for the larger, bigger picture that's supposed to be happening in 3, 6, 9, 12, however many months later. So I encourage you during this time, and as I get ready to end this video, think about how you can give yourself during your self-care journey, how you can give yourself the ability to praise and to encourage and to recognize those moments when you have made small, scalable goals and intentions actually become something that you realize. How to keep yourself encouraged, because let's be real, in order for us to reach that 30-day mark, we got to be encouraged the first 7 days, the first 14 days, the first 21 days, the first 28 days. We got to stay encouraged. And a large way to be able to do this is maybe to give yourself a small treat. Like for me, y'all already know that my thing is a hot caramel swirl cream and 1 sugar from Dunkin' Donuts. I do like Starbucks. I love Starbucks, but your girl is not on the Starbucks budget because I'm trying to keep all my money down in my bosom to be able to advance my business, right? So although there were times that I used to go and get Starbucks every day, I now settle for my hot caramel swirl cream and 1 sugar at Dunkin' Donuts, and I do my rewards and I get my points off, and then I'm able to buy more free beverages and things like that. So for me, my small scalable goal is, Hadidah, if you keep consistent with your goals and your intentions for 7 days straight, you get to reward yourself at the beginning of the following week. So that Monday, I get to reward myself with that hot caramel swirl cream and 1 sugar because I've been consistent. And so find something that's going to be worth it for you, right? That's going to be worth it for you to be able to reach that goal, for you to get where you're trying to go, and for you to win this year or the remainder of 2022 and this upcoming year of 2023. I love y'all as usual. I am so happy that you are here on this channel. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do. If you have not already checked out the loads of Yoni Semen videos that I have on this channel, or videos about how to build your own Yoni Semen business that we are starting to produce on the channel, please go check them out. You will find a plethora of information about womb healing here, and of course more videos to come. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Okay. Peace until tomorrow. Dang, I'm tongue tied at the end of my freaking uncut video. Anyway, peace until next time.